Remix and powered by the Red 5 Network. For more, visit red5.bio.link. Good morning, nerds. Happy Tuesday. I hope you had a good weekend. I had a crazy one. Good news is I have a new monitor since mine died this weekend. So yay, I have a new monitor and it's huge and really good quality. I'm really happy with it. Hi, how are ya? Wow, do we have some crazy stuff? I mean, I have some crazy stuff to tell you. We've got some news. There really hasn't been much, and apparently Ironheart premieres today, which I totally forgot about again. There's that. I think everyone has forgotten about it repeatedly, as we've discussed. But before we go any further, do me a huge favor. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and ring the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more nerdy stuff. How are you? Good morning, nerdling deranged lunatic. Buenos dias, Fernando. Hello, sir. Good morning, Maria. Good morning, Taco Cat. Good morning, nerdling first class backyard TARDIS. She is. Thank you for asking. We'll talk about that in a second. And good morning, Penny. Good morning, Penny. Backyard TARDIS says, I'm going to forget Ironheart premieres today again tonight. I probably will too. So let me tell you a couple of crazy things. Like, I have something really, really cool to tell you and something absolutely crazy. We'll start with the absolute crazy. So yesterday, while I went out to feed chickens and, harvest vegetables, my son comes running outside, or he comes outside. He's like, Mom, Amelia, my youngest child, 16-year-old daughter, she hit her head. She's bleeding. So I went inside and looked, and she had a gash about this long and about that deep on her forehead, right here on her forehead. So I had to take her to the ER, and she got some stitches. It was pretty crazy. And some really awful woman harassed us while she was getting her stitches. Like, we go into our hospital, Parkland Hospital, is kind of notorious for being a shit show. I'm not kidding. Like, we used to have 2 hospitals in our town. One shut down, and we have Parkland, but Parkland ER is kind of notorious. In fact, if you guys remember, my daughter's father passed away a few years ago. When he was taken to the ER, at first, they were like, oh, he's just got strep throat. He did not. He had a rare vascular disease, and unfortunately, sadly, did not survive it. So if he had just stayed with Parkland, it would have been much faster. It would have been horrible. So anyway, we get to the ER, and there's virtually nobody in the waiting room, and we waited maybe 45 minutes with her open, bleeding head wound. She hadn't even been triaged. And I look over, and there's hospital staff in the waiting room goofing around, taking pictures and selfies, which is, 1, a HIPAA violation, and 2, just tacky. If you're so busy that you can't triage a child with a bleeding head wound, then, you don't have time to play around and take selfies. So I took a picture of it, called him out on my personal Facebook. And one of the women in the picture retaliated by having head of security called on me, citing that I was threatening physical physical assault. And he came in while my daughter was getting stitches to question me about it. So welcome to my small, tiny area. Just absolutely childish, ridiculous behavior. So when we came home, my daughter showed me what had happened. When she was in bed, asleep, something fell off a ledge and hit her in the head. This goofy child of mine had a paperweight on her ledge holding Christmas lights down, and her wild puppy, which just came in here, she's now on that side, pulled on the Christmas lights and pulled this paperweight down about 10 feet and conked her on her forehead. We were extremely lucky. It could have been so much worse because this is what hit her. It is solid crystal. This thing has heft, like this is probably, if it's not 5 pounds, it's close to it. This is very heavy. You could work out with this. And it hit her on this edge here, like right there. She miraculously does not, I mean, that hurt just doing that. My God. Miraculously, she doesn't have a concussion, a fractured skull. It didn't blind her, break her nose. She just got stitches. Like that best case scenario happened. So she's learned a very valuable lesson. Don't put heavy shit like this above where you're sleeping. Certainly not precariously perched. That's for certain. Maybe have the wild little howler monkey puppy sleep in a crate, but very dangerous. We were incredibly fortunate. The Lord was definitely looking out for my kid yesterday morning. God is good. You're absolutely right, Penny. He was looking out for her. This was, I mean, this paperweight sat in my arm is getting tired from holding this thing. This paperweight sat on my grandma's coffee table for like a million years when I was a kid. And then she gave it to us about 5-6 years ago. So I had to call her and tell her that her paperweight almost crushed my kid's skull. So valuable lesson learned. We definitely said some praise last night. And Parkland Hospital, get it the fuck together. I mean, really. Your staff members are out of their minds. Anyway, there's that. There's the crazy thing that happened. That, I mean, obviously, I mean, we were at the hospital 3 hours and there was hardly anyone in the waiting room. Absolutely wild situation. Excuse me. But the good thing, the good news, one, I got my monitor. Two, remember I told you guys that Bo DeMaio reached out and we talked about having him on the show doing an interview, but he was having to wait for the legal go ahead. Guess what? We've got it. Bo and I will be sitting down together next week on July 2nd. So that interview will be coming very, very soon. And he's got some bombs to drop, apparently. So be on the lookout for that. Good morning, Spencer of the Dingus Den. Good morning. So yeah, we've got a lot to talk about with Bo. He's got some stuff he really wants to put out there. And I've got a little bit of that already because he posted some on Twitter. And we talked about it on the phone, actually. And very excited to sit him down and get to the bottom of his side of the story and how he really feels about the mouse. He's made some allegations and we're going to talk about it. But until then, let's talk some nerd stuff, some nerd stories for a bit. First of all, Mahershala Ali was at the premiere for Jurassic World Rebirth, and Variety asked him some questions, asking about Blade, and his response was, call Marvel. I'm ready. Like, apparently, I mean, obviously, it's all in Marvel's hands, and we'll delve more into that, because apparently David S. Goyer, the writer of the first Blade film, had his agent reach out to Marvel and say, "Do you guys need any help?" David says that Marvel said, "We love you, but we think we've cracked it now and we're in a good place." And then the latest thing happened. So no, they haven't contacted me. I still might consider it because I love the character and it sort of started my superhero career. Even though I'm now considered a DC guy, I started as a Marvel guy. I would consider it. It would be fun to return to that world. That being said, I'm pretty much otherwise 99% done with superheroes. I love this stuff. I watch all the movies, but I've just done so much in that world. But yeah, I would consider it just for old time's sake. So I have a couple feelings about it. Hey, good morning, Tombe sausage. I just love that so much. I think it's so cute. I don't know why. I just do. And I hear it in your voice and it's so adorable. Thank you. Anywho, one, I think he might have insulted Marvel because you don't contact Marvel, Marvel contacts you. That kind of, way of thinking. So they probably like were insulted by him saying, "Hey, do you need any help? Do you need any help?" Maybe a different approach might have piqued their interest. Things are so weird in Hollywood, it's like you have to, when it comes to Marvel and Disney, you have to make it their idea. It has to be their idea or they just don't care. They're just insulted. So I bet you anything that's probably how that happened. Like, excuse me, David S. Goyer. We're Disney Marvel. You don't tell us how to fix things, okay? Um, but yeah, I say let him write it. He kind of started the whole Marvel thing, right? Good morning, Loki. Good morning. So he says he's still available. He says he's still available. So what do you guys think? I mean, maybe he should have had his agent contact him and say, like, "Mr. Goyer would like to let you know his schedule is open. He's available for any projects you may have," and see what happened with that. Tom B says Disney Marvel are not happy unless they have thrown their weight and shriveled PPs around. Basically. So yeah. David S. Goyer wants to help or write the Blade project, and Marvel was like, "How dare you, sir? How dare you?" Loki says, "I think Snipes saying in Deadpool and Wolverine, there's only ever going to be one Blade, killed this movie." That's a possibility. I think the only way to really have it move forward is to have Wesley Snipes in it somehow and literally pass the torch to Mahershala. Listen, I'm a Mahershala Ali fan. I have been since 2003, since he was in the 4400. He was amazing in that show. Man, what a good show. Such a good show. Such a good show. He's a fantastic actor. He really, really knows how to emote that human fragility and warmth and kindness. He's so good at that. He's such a good actor. So I think he would be a great Blade. I really, really do. But he's aging out of the role, Marvel. Like, for real. Just take Goyer up on the offer and make it happen. Spencer says, crazy. We live in a world where we got Ironheart before Blade in the MCU. That is absolutely bonkers. It's insane. It's insane. I want some Midnight Suns. I really, really do. And I like what I'm hearing from Alex Perez. He's saying that, the supernatural side of the MCU, the Midnight Suns, that saga will reportedly be very dark and very demonic. It's described as something straight out of a Guillermo del Toro fever dream. And that's Midnight Suns, man. That's what I want. I want Midnight Suns. I want the Damnation storyline. That was freaking epic. Mephisto bringing Hotel Inferno up in Vegas and turning Vegas into literal hell. Loved it. Loved it. Exactly. Suns, not sun. Precisely. People mistake that all the time. Spencer says, give me Ghost Rider. He's coming and he's Ryan Gosling. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And I tell you what else. When your family knows that you're live streaming and they text you anyway. Other than a proper Dr. Doom, I don't think that's happening. Midnight Suns is coming. It's coming. I have said this for years. It is. And they kind of need it. They need it. They need something different. Werewolf by Night was good. They did a good job with that. And I love the very, Wizard of Oz type filming they did with it. We need more of that. That's going to help a lot. I really believe that. They've been doing the same type of movie, TV show this whole time. They've been doing the same thing over and over again. And the quality has just been going down the toilet. Because, I really think they're bored with it. I think they're bored with doing the same thing over and over again. So do Midnight Suns. Start on that supernatural end. Introduce Blade in a Blade movie. Okay. You've got Werewolf by Night. You've already introduced Moon Knight. You've kinda introduced the Black Knight. You've introduced Elsa Bloodstone. Man-Thing. Introduce Blade. And do Midnight Suns. You've already got Doctor Strange. Come on. That's the direction you need to be going, not this new Avengers thing. You've introduced the concept of the Avengers. Okay? You've introduced that concept and you've done it and done it and done it and done it. Let's introduce the Midnight Suns. It's Marvel. It's in that universe. It has some Avengers in it. But it's different. You need a palate cleanser. You need something else. And I think that would be an excellent call. Maria says Midnight Suns should not happen before Blade. I agree. That's why I'm saying do the Blade movie, introduce him, and then do Midnight Suns. You've already introduced virtually everyone else. Introduce Blade. Do Midnight Suns. Deranged Lunatic says, Werewolf by Night was probably one of the best things I've seen in a long time. Spencer agrees with you. I'm telling you, it was so good. Everyone enjoyed it. I haven't heard a lot of anti-Werewolf by Night stuff. I haven't heard a lot of people say they didn't care for Werewolf by Night. So that's a good sign. that maybe my idea might work. I'm just saying, we've again introduced the concept of the Avengers. We don't really need to just roll right into the new Avengers. Let's look at the other side of things. Let's look at the other threats. Midnight Suns. I'm telling you, people will love it. It's different, but it's still the MCU. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm here for it. Call me. Where's my check? See, you've got death. And they're saying that Aubrey Plaza will return. This is also from Alex Perez. Aubrey Plaza will reportedly return as Death in upcoming MCU projects, probably Doomsday and Secret Wars. And she would be a great addition to Midnight Suns and Agatha. I mean, but honestly, I want more Elsa Bloodstone. I love her. If you're not very familiar with Elsa Bloodstone, I've got an awesome breakdown about her on the channel, so check that out. That would be another good way to start introducing that world. So, we're also seeing that Jocasta will be an antagonist in the Vision series, also from Alex, and that fans of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will be very, very happy. Now, again, Terry Matalas has proven that he's very good at marrying the nostalgia with the new, making a new story with the nostalgia and making fans of all kinds very happy at the same time. Again, get yourself a Star Trek friend. They will explain to you what I'm talking about. Picard season 3 was just exactly what that entire series should have been like the whole time. So it's this I 1000% believe. I believe that Terry was like, listen, I loved Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I know a lot of people loved Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and they want that brought into the MCU. Let me do a little bit of this. Let me do a little bit of that. It'll be great. I promise. So I have a lot of good vibes about this. Good morning, Brogu. I really think that Terry Matalas is going to do a fantastic job with this Vision series and marrying Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in there. Are we bringing back what did they call them? The life, whatever, like what's it called? The LMF? Is that what it is? Someone, deranged lunatic, correct me on that, because spoiler warning, Coulson eventually becomes like a prosthetic man with this. So I'm wondering if that's how that's getting brought. That's how we're bringing actual Vision back, is with that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. storyline. I've only watched it like, I think once all the way through. I've watched a few things a couple of times, but that last Life Model Decoy, that's it. LMD, not LMF. Thank you, Tomby. Bless you. Thank you. Hey, man, I appreciate you letting me know your every movement. Appreciate you. Life Model Decoy. Right. So I'm wondering if that's going to come into play with Vision. So I'm also hearing that there's going to be the whole Madripoor thing. We're going to Madripoor. So I'm wondering if Sharon Carter is going to be like trying to hunt down White Vision and sell them on the black market or something. Brogu, I feel the same way. I enjoyed Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but those later seasons, especially that last season, was just like, okay, I think I'm out. Bored now. Good to know, Tomby. Good to know. A healthy A healthy poop schedule is very important, especially for us older folks. But I'm starting to see the vision with the Vision series, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm a big fan of Terry Matalas's writing, his ability as a filmmaker. I've heard some things about how he's treated a couple of actors, and that's not very cricket. Wasn't very good on you, Terry. So I'm very sad to hear that. But I'm looking forward to it. Loki says Vision Quest is just picking up these pieces people have forgotten from other things, huh? Well, I think Terry was given this project. I mean, he's kind of low man on the totem pole in Marvel Disney. He's new to it, you know. They saw how well he did with Picard season 3 and they were like, "Hey, you want a job?" And he just kind of looked around like, why are these toys in like the donation box? They're great toys. Like people want to play with these. I can use this, and this and put it all together. Hey, Captain's Quadrant, good morning. Russell Crowe should have been Nestor. Can't remember his last name from Lost. Nestor from Lost. I can't remember. But anyway, I think it's going to be good stuff. I do. I think it's going to be good stuff. Good morning, Patricia. Good morning. All right. I'm also seeing Daniel RPK saying, but this I believe. We all know Daniel RPK is not correct all the time, but apparently Marvel is exploring the idea of a new Jessica Jones project, which I believe because she is in Daredevil Born Again season 2, and they have been saying that they want to kind of copy the Netflix series stuff. So believable. And I love Jessica Jones. I do. And I also the way she dresses, her personality, all that stuff kind of reminds me of my main character. So I'm on board with it. I love that. And Kristen Ritter is a fantastic Jessica Jones. They're also saying that MCU is going to have more Ultron after the Vision series. So probably in Secret Wars. Probably more, wrapping up that multiverse stuff. So there's that. We've got a set photo from Doomsday. It's Luke Cage's house from the 60s. I mean, color it kind of dingy blue, and it's pretty close to mine. Kind of a crappy blue, but there's that. So, okay. If you're interested in set photos of Luke Cage's house. Nestor Carboni. There we go. Nestor Carbonell. Sorry, I couldn't read. I need new glasses. Sorry. Brogu says, I would love to see them use Luke Cage in her show. I miss him. I thought Sweet Christmas. I loved him. I did. I really did. Deranged Lunatic says, that looks like what the Kent farm should look like. Yeah, it's not a double wide. That looks like a Missouri farmhouse. That's what Missouri farmhouses look like, James Gunn. Come on now. Don't get me started on that again. Don't. Oh, what else we got? Here's a little bit of what Bo was saying the other day. This is one of the things we're going to be talking about when I interview Bo DeMaio next week. He said, this was 4 days ago, said, I've also been told that my original launch for the season 2 has been reworked. Yes. And I heard one of the reasons for that was when season 1 was out and right after it ended, after he was let go. He spoiled things. They claim he spoiled things on Twitter. So they said, again, this is all allegedly. Amelia's puppy. I'm sorry if you can hear. Anyway, allegedly, Marvel was saying that Bo violated his contract and spoiled stuff for season 2. So they reworked things. I'm not saying that's what really happened because I was not there. That's what's being claimed, alleged, whatever. But Bo said 4 days ago, I've been told that my original launch for season 2 has been reworked. My version had the first 3 episodes being harmonizing story across the 3 timelines that explored the origins of Apocalypse and his obsession with Bishop, a world without the X-Men in the present and the future where Cable's destiny is set by the Ascani to kill Apocalypse despite Scott and Jean's efforts. Unfortunately, Dana Vasquez Eberhardt and Matthew Chauncey felt this was too complicated and it's been reworked somehow. I remember having to argue with her and one of the anti-comics directors as they harassed and railed against me, wanting to call Jean and Scott Silm or Red Dayspring. They felt it was stupid and they couldn't take the characters seriously. This is the level of disdain they have for the comics. Me fighting and overriding them on this is what has caused these difficult to work with rumors. I just don't endorse shitty ideas motivated by individuals who badmouth fans and want to make their mark on the lore. My version was pretty epic and also continued to pay off that the emergence of the Phoenix in episode 10 was no accident. So Bo is claiming that they hate the fans and they're talking smack about the fans and that they have no interest in the lore in the comic book. They want to be the lore as a vanity thing, a selfish thing. The puppy is downstairs in my daughter's room, but she's so loud, you would think she's right here next to me. Fernando says, is it true that Doomsday was delayed yet again over the weekend? Was it? I need to look into that. I had a wild few days. I'll look into that. Bo, yes, I'm not going to do a live stream though. But if you guys have any questions you want me to ask Bo, drop them in the chat. DM me. Go ahead and DM me and I'll write them down. How about that? Loki says, all this Doof had to do was not send naked pictures of himself. And legal issues, permitting, we're going to discuss that and find out, get to the bottom of it. We're going to get to the bottom. We're going to get his side. But yeah, he's claiming that they're talking smack about fans and that the only thing they care about is their own ego. So, I mean, that kind of tracks. But we'll see. We'll talk to him next week and get to the bottom of it as best as we can. Stop jumping around. Yeah, so Punisher is going to make it on the big screen. Did you guys hear that? John Barenthal's Punisher has officially joined the cast of Spider-Man Brand New Day. I know a lot of Punisher fans are super stoked for that. Super stoked. I do like him as Punisher. I think he's a great Punisher. Very interested to see their dynamic on screen together. I knew you loved the Punisher. I used to have a really cool Punisher belt buckle. He's a solid Punisher. He does a really, really good job. He seems to understand the character. He understands the assignment, so to speak. And he has said many times that he has a cherished friendship with Tom Holland. So, good morning, Truth! We're just about to move into some DC stuff because check this out. When I saw this, I just about pooped my pants. Superman star David Corenswet's grandfather created the Choose Your Own Adventure books. We are big fans of Choose Your Own Adventure books in this house. Whenever we go to like a yard sale or a thrift store, if I can do this, and we find these, we pick these up. So yes, these are the Edward Packard. Edward Packard is David Corenswet's maternal grandfather, and he created, I mean, like a Gen X exclusive. Like this, these are awesome and super fun. And there have been probably a couple date nights when Dave and I are like, let's do a Choose Your Own Adventure book. These things are so much fun. And this is legit from the 80s. Like this thing has fallen apart. So he did. Sir Ian Livingstone. Oh, okay. But Edward Packard is the most. It's saying here he created it. Okay. He created the Choose Your Own Adventure books. So 36 possible endings in some of them. Pretty crazy. This one is Sugarcane Island. Thrills and danger on every page and a story starring you. So that's pretty cool. I haven't even told Dave yet. Oh, bye, Deranged Lunatic. I'll see you tomorrow, and hopefully she is doing even better tomorrow. So thank you. Have a good day. But there's that. So he does come from a pretty nerdy family. Look at this jumping around. We've got Walton Goggins, Orville Peck, I don't know who that is, Eric Andre circling legendary Street Fighter movie starring Jason Momoa and Roman Reigns. Look, I know Walton Goggins is joining everything these days, but I'm okay with it. He's so good. He's so good. I have not seen 28 Years Later. I have not seen that yet. If you guys have, tell me what you think about it. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Here we go. We have our Lucius Malfoy, Johnny Flynn. I mean, look at him. He looks like Lucius Malfoy, so that's great. I mean, 99% of the casting for the new Harry Potter series has been pretty on point. 99%. Let's just move straight on to some Henry Cavill stuff. Well, no, real quick. According to My Time to Shine Hello, and again, this is the same person that said Daniel Day-Lewis was going to play Magneto, and it's just not happening. Saying that they're looking at Sabrina Carpenter as Dazzler. Have we talked about this before? I feel like we have. I think we have. But I can see that. I can see that happening. She is an actress, so I think we talked about that, so we're going to move on. Anyway, Henry Cavill having the time of his life, developing the Warhammer 40,000 series. This is tricky and complex, but he's loving it. Hi, buddy. Ollie's here. Speaking of Henry Cavill projects, the latest news is that Russell Crowe has joined the Highlander cast. Listen. You guys have no idea how much I love Russell Crowe. I love him. And the older and fatter he gets, the more I love him. Okay. I can't explain it. I don't know why it's happening, but it does. I love him. I need him older. I need him fatter. Love him. But I also, and you probably already know this, really love Highlander. I love everything about Highlander. I love that even Highlander doesn't even know what is canon in Highlander. I love there's like 5 sequels and nobody can ever agree on which sequel is really the sequel and actually canon and which isn't. We've had 2 series, animated movie, an animated series, 6 movies or 5 movies. We've had so many, and there aren't 2 people on planet Earth that can 100% agree on which sequels count and which ones don't. Are you not entertained? Some Gladiator for y'all. I think this is a great call. I'm wondering if he's playing Ramirez, Sean Connery's character from Highlander 1 and 2. I wonder if he's playing Ramirez. I think that would be a pretty good call. I mean, it would track with that first casting, hiring a Scotsman to play an Egyptian pretending to be a Spaniard, and a Frenchman playing a Scot. Now we'll have an Australian playing an Egyptian pretending to be a Spaniard. Where you back there again? Okay, I thought he wanted me to pick him up. I love Russell Crowe. I think this is an excellent pairing. Russell Crowe and Henry Cavill. That's wonderful, in my opinion. I'm looking forward to this reboot. I don't think Highlander has gotten enough justice. There's some really questionable movies in that franchise. And it's hard to say franchise because, again, it's like these 2 movies count, but these 3 don't. Or this one counts, but that one doesn't. This one's actually the sequel. This one actually takes place before this one, but after that one. It's so who is Kurgan? Oh, but what if Russell Crowe is Kurgan? Oh. Old, fat, and bad? I'm here for it. Duh. Give it to me. The only thing I really loved about Thor: Love and Thunder was Russell Crowe as Zeus. That was actually his hair. And the prancing down the stairs in his toga sent me. I put your clothes back on. Anyway, I'm pretty stoked for this Highlander. What do you guys think? Are you guys fans of Highlander? Do you like Highlander? Are you more of a Connor McLeod Highlander fan or a Duncan McLeod Highlander fan? Or did you like the Raven? I really wasn't that into the Raven. Really wasn't that into the Raven. I like Duncan. I liked Duncan's Highlander series. I really did. Wasn't a big fan of his movie Highlander the Source. That just felt like how many we have like 3 or 4 Highlander movies that are all supposed to mark the end of the Immortals. Do you realize this? There's so many different endings to it all. Tomby says there can be only one, and it's Connor McLeod of the Clan McLeod. Penny says, I have 48 of those Choose Your Own Adventure books. Holy shnikes, Penny. That is insane. I'm going to tell Dave he's going to be so green with envy Brogu says, I like the Highlander movies with Sean Connery. I must ask you a question. The time to act is now. Maria says, McLeod was a hot chunk of meat. Which one, Duncan or Connor? Adrian Paul was rather handsome. Wasn't exactly, I smacked myself in the face with a microphone. Way to go. I wasn't one of those ladies who went crazy for Christopher Lambert. If anyone, I would have been Duncan. Penny says, I'm more into the older, the grayer they get, not the chubbier. Not normally. I'm not either, but for some reason, Russell Crowe, when he gets chunky, it's like, hello. You just look like you get really good hugs. You look like you'd be fun to cuddle. Ah, yes. See, we're in agreement. Adrian Paul. There is something on my glasses like stabbing my cheek, and it's just driving me crazy. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this Highlander series. I gotta admit, I mean, for one very, very, very big reason, and that's Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill is a mega nerd. He is one of us. And not only that, he has a lot of integrity. He basically quit The Witcher because they were shitting on the source material and making fun of him for it. Like, who does that? Who does that? Reminds me of stuff I want to ask Bo about The Witcher. But he basically quit The Witcher because of integrity. They were not caring whatsoever, respecting at all the source material. And he was like, can't have it. Not happening. Won't do it. So that leads me to believe that the Highlander movie is going to be in good hands. And the great thing about it is you have so much varying canon to choose from. Like, it's all and none canon at the same time. It's Schrodinger's canon. Highlander is Schrodinger's canon. So I think it's in good hands. He's got a lot of integrity and a lot of respect for source material. So I'm very grateful that we have a good actor in this role. And at least this time, the man playing the Scotsman is at least British. It's not a French dude. Like, that just makes me laugh every single time. Every time. Brogo says, I think Hollywood made a big mistake by not casting Henry Cavill as the next James Bond. Well, they haven't cast the next James Bond yet. So there's always hope. He's definitely on Dave's list. His top pick for Bond, and he is the Bond nerd in this house. Brogo says he showed he could definitely be Bond in the role that he played in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. I agree. I enjoyed Man from U.N.C.L.E. And now I feel dirty about it because of Armie Hammer. That weirdo. But leave your questions, comments, and emotional outbursts in the chat. We are wrapping this one up. It's very hot today, and I have lots of editing to do. I have got to finish editing this question video today or tomorrow. I've got to. I owe it to you, Nerdling First Class Backyard TARDIS. I owe it to you. And I'm going to have like 2 other videos to edit soon. Like, I've got Bo DeMaio interview. And listen, Dave and I tried to record that Dave Hates It episode. We tried to record. We made it 38 minutes into the movie we were watching, but our children and dogs would not have it. So we had to stop. Hopefully we'll get to record that again. But if you would like to help support the channel, the easiest and freest way to do that is by hitting that like button, subscribing if you're new, and ringing the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more nerdy nonsense. But if you would like to help support the channel in other ways, bless you and thank you. I am not monetized. I pay for all of this myself, okay, out of my own pocket, and it gives me mom guilt because I feel like I should be buying food or bedroom doors or something with that money other than my little nerdy streaming hobby. And the stuff is expensive. The editing software, the streaming software, the equipment. I need a new computer before October or my computer becomes a paperweight. And paperweights are dangerous in this house, as we have established already. So if you would like to help with that, the first option is by scanning this QR code right here. It takes you to buymeacoffee.com/comics and MUA. And it gives you options. You can tip me as little or as much as you like. There's also Cash App. You can use Cash App. Do the same thing. All of these links that I'm giving you are in the description below. If that doesn't suit your fancy, that doesn't float your boat, but blah, 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 blah. I can't talk today. You know why? Because words are hard. Mm-hmm. If that doesn't blow your skirt up, float your boat, suit your fancy, you can check out the official Nerdling Army by going to patreon.com/comics, and you get the exclusive Nerdling Army chat, the exclusive ability to request breakdowns about pretty much anything. Ask me anything. You get sneak peeks, outtakes, behind the scenes, and you can read the script for my now dead comic book. I'm super sad about it, but I seem to have lost my artist because I have been unable to contact him for a couple of months now. So I'm assuming that's over, and I'm very sad about it, but it's okay. No one's even read the script yet. I've had it up there for months. So, but it's there. You can read the script if you want to. It's going nowhere now. I don't think there's any interest in it anyway. So, but it's there. And you also get exclusive merch every 3 months for the first year of your membership that correlates or corresponds directly to your specific tier, or as we refer to it in the Nerdling Army, your rank. You get your own insignia, and that shows up on really cool merch. Really cool. It's huge, huge merch. And actually, the higher your rank in the Nerdling Army, the cooler your merch. So check that out at patreon.com/comics. And today, I also have a merch store. Yeah. And check out the merch store on Etsy. It's right there. comicsandcosmetics.etsy.com. And I am an affiliate for several things like TikTok, CapCut, and Zinni Optical, and Leash Boss. If you have pups, Leash Boss, I'll get you 15% off. All these links again in the description below. I'm also a member of a fantastic network. This podcast is powered by the Red 5 Network. We are a collective of exclusively nerdy podcasters and content creators. So if you are enjoying the content I'm putting out there, chances are you're going to enjoy more of what the Red 5 Network has to offer you. So go to red5.bio.link today to discover more of the Red 5 family of podcasts. And for anything else, all of the links I've given you, all of this stuff, check out comicsand.squarespace.com. You've got that. You've got my gallery. You've got my reviews, which I'm super behind on. Check out the website. It's there for those reasons. It so is. It is. It is. It is. It is. Maria says Aaron Taylor Johnson should play 007. I mean, he'd be okay. He'd be okay. Broga says, I heard the guy that played Craven is going to be the next James Bond. That is Aaron Taylor Johnson. And what you heard is rumor. He has not been cast yet. No one has been cast yet. Penny says it's so hot here that if a bird had to blow on its worm before he ate it. It is so hot here. We are under a heat warning. We are told to stay indoors, stay in air conditioned indoors. I went out at 8:30 this morning to put ice water in my chicken's tank, and I'm just going to be real with you guys. My leg slid off. Like, it was so hot. My prosthetic slid off of my body. Bad. Polly says, what do I get for paying? Paying? What'd you pay? What'd you do? Are you talking about the Patreon? Are you talking about, I don't know. Let me check my email. I'm trying to. My Dave would quit texting me. I don't know why he's texting me. Are you texting me, Dave? I don't have an email. But paying what? Like Patreon or what? Oh, cool and overcast here in LA. Of course it is. It's the smog. 109 where you are. Oh my God, but we're at like 80 something % humidity. It's absolutely, you cannot breathe outside. Patreon. Oh, did you miss what I was talking about? So at Patreon, you get exclusive Nerdling Army merch every 3 months for the first year of your membership. And in the Nerdling Army, our tiers are referred to as ranks. So each rank gets its own specific insignia, and that comes on your merch every 3 months for the first year of your membership. Sorry. We've got a thing going on in the house. And sorry. Something just went on. I'll be there in a second. Anyway, Patreon, you get your own official Nerdling Army merch every 3 months for the first year of your membership that has your own specific rank and insignia on it. You get the exclusive Nerdling Army chat. You can request breakdowns or any video, really can request stuff. You get outtakes, sneak peeks, early access to everything that I upload. What else is there? There's other stuff on there, but I try to give the patrons some really cool stuff for their donations. And I know that it's hard-earned money. I know that money is important. The economy has just been so freaking hard right now. It is tough out there for anyone. So I truly, truly appreciate you guys taking that hard-earned money and giving it to me. So I try to give back as best as I possibly can. And that's with the exclusive merch, the chat, the requests, the outtakes, the sneak peeks, the early access. I do the best I can. I do. So thank you for asking. I really do. But I do have to go now. There seems to be an emergency. But you guys are the best. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you more than you realize. This is my favorite part of my day. And I will have the question video out this week. And next week, Beau de Mayo. Next week is Beau de Mayo. So thank you so much, guys. You've been awesome. I've been Danny. And I will see you tomorrow morning. Keep your eyes peeled because I heard
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you.